Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. BondCrypt XRP posting this. Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index shows market sentiment with current metric value of 21, indicating it is again extremely fearful this week. Now it's interesting because we haven't really moved up or down in price for Bitcoin. Here, let me just bring up the Bitcoin chart real quick. Not too much movement yet. We are still seeing the fear index near a low. So what's going on here? Let me just go down here. Historically, Bitcoin tops have usually formed while investors are extremely greedy. Similarly, bottom formations have taken place during periods of extreme fear. Because of this, some investors think buying during extreme greed is the best, while extreme fear is ideal for selling. Clearly, that's the exact opposite of what you should be doing. They post a graph here, just the fear and index chart. And as per the publication of this article, we were seeing it at 21. Right now, we're seeing the fear and greed at 27. However, last month, like you see down here, it was at 46. So almost double of what it was. And that was just about a month ago, which would have brought us in and around here somewhere. So we're not too far off from those price points. Essentially, Bitcoin just vacillating in this channel. When we zoom out on the Bitcoin chart, we can see this is just another reaccumulation phase. And also, if we were to take a look at the amount of days, I haven't talked about this in a while, but the amount of days that it took to get from the bottom, the trough of the last bear market, which was back in December of 2018, all the way to this, if we are to assume this is all-time high, that was about 1,060 days. You guys can see that up there. And usually these bull runs, they take place over longer and longer periods of time. So if we take a look back here and we take a look at this last one, this one also took about 1,068 days. So nearly the same amount of time. And if we keep going back, you can see these bull runs took shorter and shorter amounts of time to get from the trough of the bear market to the top of the next bull market. So, and you can see this in extended Bitcoin projections from many technical analysis experts out there as well. They all say the same thing. These bull runs are taking place over longer and longer periods of time. And so considering we are only seeing 1,060 days to the top, if we are to assume 69,000 is the top of this bull run, well, that is roughly the same amount of time it took Bitcoin to get from its bottom back in January of 2015 to its top in about December of 2017. So again, another argument to suggest that we are still in an accumulation phase trading on low volume. Let's bring up XRP real quick. XRP trading at about 78.7, so not too much movement for XRP. Again, we are likely to see XRP move. When we see Bitcoin move, this will be a speculative move, along with many other cryptocurrencies that will likely move along with it. This is why I'm so hyper-focused on Bitcoin these days. Because it's going to be all about Bitcoin unless we do see a decoupling, unless we do see a collapse, for example, of a financial system. We are in the midst of what they are calling a great reset. And so, if we see a quote unquote flip the switch moment, we could see a handful of cryptocurrencies like XRP, perhaps XLM decouple from the rest of the market if there is going to be utility driven to those particular blockchains. Now, that's just the theory. I have no idea if that's going to happen in that way. Nevertheless, just something to be mindful of. I want to keep moving. Just some news here from the XRP community. Matt Hamilton, who just joined Ripple recently, he's actually leaving. And no, he didn't get fired. He wrote a statement here, guys. I'm not going to read the full statement, but essentially he's saying, he had a lot on his plate with family, and he recently moved to Barbados as well. Ripple has been amazingly supportive through this time, both on personal and professional levels. However, despite all the support, it has become clear I am spinning too many plates. So I'm going to be stepping down from my role at Ripple to focus on supporting my family and helping my wife recover. This is a hard decision to make, but something I feel is necessary. Don't worry, I'll still be involved in the XRP ledger community, albeit maybe to a lesser degree for a while. So we can still catch Matt Hamilton here on Twitter. I want to wish him well, so good vibes to you and your family, my friend. Also, members of the XRP community also, wishing him the same. From outside looking in, sad news as I'm grateful for all you have done. But from the inside looking out, I hope it is good news for you guys. Wishing you and your family good times moving forward. That from the Wrath of Condiment. Stefan Hubert also chiming in here. I wish you only the best. A lot of strength and perseverance, health, and all the happiness. Tag XRP2, all the best. David Schwartz even chiming in with a couple of comical memes here. Anyway, Matt Hamilton no longer working at Ripple. He will continue to be part of the community though, so stay tuned. I also wanted to mention this update from Mike Manfield. Now we know NIEM is a Ripple customer, and now NIEM is offering fast settlement on international brokerage account transactions. So listen to this, guys. NIEM, a global leader in money movement, today introduced a new brokerage payment solution that offers international financial institutions a faster and more cost-effective method of settling transactions to select U.S. brokerage-enabled customers to easily invest in U.S. equities. And listen to the statistics. When compared to transactions settled via SWIFT, International Payments Network, NIEM lowers settlement costs for financial institutions by up to 90% of international brokerage account transactions. So essentially removing the majority, an overwhelming majority of the costs from those transactions. And, being a RippleNet partner certainly does have its perks, especially when you're competing against SWIFT directly. So global brokerage firms are seeing increasing retail investor interest in overseas equities markets, particularly in the US. Until now, transaction settlement for financial institutions serving these brokerages over legacy payment networks has been slow and costly. But now with Ripple-enabled NIEM, financial institutions get a chance to dramatically lower costs and pass those costs to customers or increase their revenue. So this is big, guys. Big news here from a Ripple-enabled company, NIEM, especially considering they are competing directly with SWIFT for this section of the market. So down here, cost savings up to 90%. Global financial institutions leveraging the NIEM brokerage solution can save up to 90% on each transfer and use those savings to drive P&L gains or increase volume by offering customers lower cost transfers, improve customer satisfaction, so decreasing friction associated with investing in the U.S. stock market for international investors drives customer loyalty and brand affinity, increased demand for new partnerships. By leveraging NIEM's network to optimize payments to U.S. brokerage accounts, global financial institutions can reach new customers by taking advantage of NIEM's low-cost transfers to drive new brokerage partnerships. So this sounds like this is also going to drive new customers towards NIEM's platform as well, perhaps moving off the SWIFT system, especially if they realize that they can save up to 90% on those transactions. So great news here that is Ripple partner related. NIEM, one of the first ones. And so here's some more NIEM news just coincidentally from Wrath of Kahneman. This has to do with TwoC2P. So they just partnered with Hula to enable seamless buy now, pay later integration for merchants in Singapore, Malaysia, and Hong Kong. So just down here, the partnership enables TwoC2P to offer Hula's service to merchants in Singapore, Malaysia, and Hong Kong and extend their markets through 2022. Through TwoC2P's comprehensive payment platform, merchants can seamlessly provide Hula's BNPL payment option at checkout for customers to split purchases into 3 monthly interest-free payments. Together, TwoC2P and Hula will help merchants boost their order size and reach more millennial and Gen X customers who favor BNPL payment methods. And guys, here's a quote. This partnership with Hula bolsters our continuous effort to build an integrated payment solution that will help businesses securely accept payments across all channels, reach different customer segments, and capitalize on the e-commerce boom. Our goal at TwoC2P is to ensure that we constantly innovate to meet evolving business and customer needs. And so more partnerships now with Ripple-enabled companies looking to expand networks. This is a very, very common theme that we've seen amongst these types of businesses, especially in the South Asian region of the world. We are seeing, because they have the clarity already, we are already seeing these types of companies bolster their bottom lines by means of competing, using RippleNet integrated software to be able to conduct these transactions. And so they're also saying, millennials and Gen Z customers, those are who they're targeting. That is the next generation of consumers who are going to be very influential in forming a new economy. So interesting news here. Wanted to thank Wrath of Kahneman for posting that. Also wanted to bring this up, guys, from Matthew Liny. So this has to do with company Rocket Fuel. They just announced their first customers on ACI Worldwide's secure e-commerce gateway. And for those of you guys who may not know, ACI Worldwide, another Ripple partner, and they are a big one. So Rocket Fuel Blockchain Inc., a global provider of payment solutions via Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, announced that it has finalized the integration of its payment solution with ACI Worldwide, and the combined solution is now live on ACI's secure e-commerce platform, available to 80,000 merchants. So Rocket Fuel is already in the process of onboarding its first customers from ACI. And this integration is allowing merchants to accept over 120 leading cryptocurrencies from their shoppers in a seamless interface that can be integrated into all leading e-commerce platforms and websites. So they are looking specifically at integrating cryptocurrencies. I don't doubt also that this is a strategic move considering where the world is going. Some of these companies I'm sure are, I'm not going to assume companies, all companies understand what's going on with financial markets, but I do think they are realizing the uptick in the use for cryptocurrencies, and so they want to already be pre-integrated, I suppose, to be able to accept those types of payments. And I mean, it just opens up the market too, right? If you're able to accept cryptocurrencies, you are now able to accept payments from potential customers from all across the globe. Here's a quote: "We are very excited to welcome the first customers through our partnership with ACI and believe that crypto payments will become an integral part of the payment ecosystem this year." This coming from Peter Jensen, CEO of Rocket Fuel. "Crypto payments eliminates chargebacks and geographical restrictions and make payments seamless for merchants globally who have the option to receive their settlements in local fiat currencies like USD and Euro without any crypto risk volatility." So listen to that. It sounds as though they can pay in crypto, but it will settle in USD or Euros, and they don't have to deal with the volatility risk. That sounds to me like they are leveraging XRP as that bridge settlement crypto to source liquidity and settle to a specific fiat currency in a matter of seconds. So this is going to provide online shoppers with a simple, easy-to-use one-click checkout process that accepts payments with bank transfers, Bitcoin, and 120 plus cryptocurrencies. So they are really running the gamut here, accepting all types of cryptocurrencies. And I mean, 120 plus, that is a wide variety, but if you are just accepting payment, sourcing the liquidity through XRP, converting it to either USD or Euro as per the article states here, well, it really is not a risky transaction. And so for the people who purchased cryptocurrency who may want to now use the cryptocurrency for the purchasing of an item, they can get rid of the crypto. The company does not have to hold the crypto. Everybody wins in this situation because XRP is there to source that liquidity to convert to whatever asset it is, in this case, fiat. So wanted to thank Matthew LANY for posting that. And guys, a new Ripple board member. Now, yesterday I just did a video and I had no idea. I did not actually know that Michael Warren was joining the board of directors at Ripple. The announcement, at least I had not seen it yet. I did a video just yesterday. I'll link it up here in the top right-hand corner if you guys want to catch that. I feel like this video is almost like a logical next sequel to that video. Apparently, Ripple has now appointed Michael Warren to the board of directors, and so here's what's going on. Ripple just announced that Michael Warren is joining the board of directors. A former senior advisor of the White House during the Obama administration, Warren brings decades of leadership in financial services, international business, and government policy to Ripple as the company continues to champion regulatory clarity in the US and expand its presence in global markets. So here's a quote: "Michael possesses deep experience and an impressive track record counseling public and private sector leaders at the highest levels during critical moments of scale." This coming from Brad Garlinghouse. "At a time when Ripple looks towards its next phase, following a record year of success in 2021. Michael's unique experience will be an invaluable resource, guiding our next steps for accelerating company growth and broader adoption of Ripple's offerings from customers around the world." So it sounds as though he is going to be a hands-on board member. Warren is a managing director of Albright Stonebridge Group, part of Denton's Global Advisors, where he consults companies, investors, and stakeholders on navigating challenging businesses and regulatory landscapes in new and emerging markets. Prior to his tenure at ASG, Warren served on the administration of two presidents. Warren was senior advisor of the White House Presidential Personnel Office during Obama's administration, or rather his first term. In 2010, President Obama appointed Warren to serve on the board of directors of the Overseas Private Investment Corporation, where he served on the audit committee until his term ended in 2019. During the Clinton administration, he was executive director of the National Economic Council at the White House and served in the office of the Secretary of the U.S. Department of Labor. So a lot of very important governmental experience, I guess I'll say. So I'm excited to join Ripple, he says, at such a pivotal moment in history, both for the company as well as crypto at large. This is a quote directly from Michael Warren. "I have long admired the tenacity shown by Ripple and its management team, using regulatory setbacks in the US as an opportunity to pioneer crypto regulation for the benefit of industry innovation and establish an equal playing field for all." So he's even addressing the fact that although Ripple has been set back by the SEC lawsuit, this has given Ripple more ammo, more power to go out there, be the trailblazers, and pioneer crypto regulation for the benefit of the entire crypto industry at large. "I look forward to being part of Ripple's efforts to move the needle forward on crypto regulation while the company further solidifies its position as a global leader in finance and the digital economy." And so the question I posed in yesterday's video, which was namely, why are these people joining Ripple if they know Ripple is in a lawsuit? Is there something Ripple's not telling us? And again, guys, I urge you to watch yesterday's video. This is a great part 2 to this, just by happenstance. Michael Warren is addressing this head on. He's saying, I look forward to be part of a company that is taking this opportunity, despite their regulatory setbacks, taking this opportunity to pioneer crypto regulation for the benefit of industry innovation and establish an equal and level playing field. So he's seeing this as a positive and not a negative. And so, this has been the major theme here. These people are joining Ripple's board. They are professionals. They have an impressive track record, going back, professionals in their industry. And so they don't see joining Ripple as a problem. They see it as it's looking as though we can get on the other side of this. We can seem like trailblazers as well. We can be the ones with the company as they're coming out of this dark period for cryptocurrency in the nation's history, I suppose. I guess we could call it today. I mean, we're in it right now. So I don't know how it's going to be seen in 10 years, 20 years from now. One thing, though, is for sure, it doesn't sound like Michael Warren is scared about the lawsuit against Ripple and XRP. So this just brought up from Anders L. Michael Warren appointed to Ripple's board of directors another person tied to U.S. government. So what is going on? Let's look at the last 4 additions. So I talked about this a little bit in yesterday's video, but I'm going to get into more depth right now. So admissions of 2 U.S. presidents. Senior advisor of the White House Presidential Personnel Office during President Obama's first term. Also part of the Clinton administration, executive director of the National Economic Council and the U.S. Department of Labor. That is the most current addition Michael Warren just brought in on the board of directors for Ripple in March of 2022. Then we have Rosie Rios from back in May of 2021. Again, in the midst of the Ripple lawsuit, she was the 43rd Treasurer of the U.S., CEO, the U.S. Mint, including Fort Knox, Hamilton Awards and highest honors bestowed in the U.S. Department of the Treasury. Then we have Sandy O'Connor, who coincidentally joined Ripple's board about a week, or rather less than a week, before the lawsuit was announced. Now, she was the chair of the Federal Reserve's Board Alternative References Rates Committee and also has a connection to the Fed, Federal Reserve Bank of New York. Then we have Craig Phillips here, and so just going on with this theme, now he was, I think, appointed to the Ripple board in 2019, if I'm not mistaken, counselor for the Secretary of the Treasury, Stephen Mnuchin, Policy Development for Regulatory Reform, and also Executive Order 13772. So all these interesting connections, all of these strategic placements, I'm sure, and none of these people obviously scared. I mean, Craig Phillips entered the picture quite early, but as for Sandy O'Connor, Rosie Rios, and now Michael Warren, these 3 individuals not scared one bit about the Ripple SEC lawsuit, which I think it really just goes to show you where Ripple stands in terms of influence in the world. These professionals realizing that this is a company that is going to change the future of finance despite the optics, despite the puppetry, I suppose, that we're seeing in the foreground. And just down here, LWXRP RPR Army saying huge amount of nothing here. People, just a massive coincidence. Some of the most influential and skilled members of the financial sector want to be a part of a powerhouse that is Ripple. So on the one hand, he's saying, this is not really anything to make note of. However, he's also saying these people just want to be part of something that is going to be huge in the future, and that we shouldn't even pay attention to their credentials. I kind of disagree. I mean, I think every move Ripple does is strategic. I don't think it is by coincidence that they are choosing these types of people to be on their board. And some people being critical here, saying, anybody can be on a board of directors. It doesn't mean much. I disagree, though. I mean, I do think everything is done for a reason. I'd be ready down here saying I'm already leery of people coming in from the government. Maybe a necessary evil right now, though, I do not know. But government is known for being lazy and doing nothing but wasting a bunch of money. So no kudos for me for hiring from the government. Make me money, then you will get praises. So it sounds like some people in the XRP community being a little pessimistic. I personally think Michael Warren was a strategic choice. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.